Go. Okay, I'm going to pop my sweatshirt off. For class, an optional mat if you like something, especially under you for push-ups, for under your knees. And then in terms of weights, I have 2 lighter weights and 1 heavier weight. If you don't have weights, there's only 1 exercise that really requires them. And even that exercise, I'll give an option for a modification. If you only have a single weight, that'll be great for lower body stuff. So, and I'll say that again as we get a few more people in here. But for right now, I'm just gonna pop this off and then do a little bit of space. Right. Fabulous. Okay, so we're gonna start with just a little warm up and then I'll go back through what you need if we missed that, so that some people have an opportunity to hop in a couple of minutes late and still you don't have to hear me explain it 4 times. So we're gonna start with those feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart and just start with a little nice easy side to side, sinking those hips down, finding that stretch through the inner thigh, inner leg. Got a nice little strength workout for us today. And then if you're sticking around for a stretch and core, a little bit of core as well. All right, go ahead one more time each direction here. And then go ahead and just bring it right back to center. We're gonna go into some hamstring sweeps. So 1 foot out, we're gonna sweep down and through your range of motion. Nice big reach up towards the ceiling and then switch sides. So just a nice easy sweep for the hamstring, up and over, and then back. Finding that side to side. Fabulous. Once again, let's go 1 more time on each leg. And then go ahead and pause. We're gonna go just a nice, easy quad stretch, again, side to side. So pulling the foot up, pointing the knee down, little stretch on one side, and then little stretch on the other. Fabulous. 1 more time on each leg. From there, go ahead and plant both those feet. Give me a couple shoulder rolls. Go ahead and switch directions. Do a nice overhead lateral reach. So reaching up and over with one, and then the other. A couple times side to side there. Awesome. And then 1 more warm up that we're going to do is going to be a hip hinge to a squat, and then we'll stand it up from there. So very slowly, we're going to start with our hip hinge. I'm going to go ahead, hinge at the hips, press the butt back, bring the fingertips down towards the toes. When you hit the edge of your range of motion, from there, we're going to take it into a squat. So bending those knees, finding that squat, just however deep your squat is fabulous. Reach up while you're still with those knees bent, and then stand it up. So we're just gonna do that a couple of times. We've got that hinge at the hips. While you're low, squat it down, lift the arms, and then stand it up. Good, keep going with that at your own pace here a couple times. Just getting that full body warmed up, moving, ready to go. And go ahead, give me 2 more of those all the way through there. 2 more of those. And after that last one, if there's any final stretch that you know is going to feel good, maybe a tricep stretch, maybe a shoulder stretch, feel free to find that. What we need for class today. So again, if you don't have weights, that's totally fine. I've got some options. I've got a mat because we've got some push-ups, and I like to do them from my knees, so I'll give myself a little bit of padding. And we also have a low plank version, so again, the padding for the elbows. And then I have a set of lighter weights and 1 heavier weight for some of my lower body stuff. If you only have 1 or the other of those, that's fine. If you don't have any weights, that's fine. I've got options. But that's what I am going to be working with is those two lighter weights, those two kind of upper body weights, and then one lower body weight. We're going to do an EMOM, which is every minute on the minute. So we're going to work for the entire minute. We are going to do 10 reps of an exercise, and then however long that takes you to finish your 10 reps, you'll finish out the rest of the minute with a second exercise. I've got 5 total sets of those. We're going to go through about 4 times, and then we'll take a minute rest between each set. We'll have a little rest in between where I kind of remind you what's coming up next, but we're going to try and move from one to the next pretty quickly. So I'm going to go through all of the exercises really quick now so that when we get into it, a little bit less rest, you get to keep your heart rate up a little bit. So first one's going to be lower body. We're going to do a squat to crossbody. I'm going to hold my single weight at the chest. Again, just an option. If you don't have that weight, that's fine. We're going to do 10. We're going to alternate sides. It's going to be a squat down. You're going to stand up, and then we're going to do knee to elbow, opposite side. And then the other side, squat down, knee to elbow, opposite side. We'll do 5 each side for those, 10 total. And then we'll finish out that minute with a squat pulse. So as soon as you finish that 10th one, you can set your weight down. We're going to do a squat, add it into a pulse, round out that minute with that. So it might be a lot of squat pulse, take breaks if you need it, but our goal is to keep moving for that full minute. Second exercise is going to be those push-ups. As promised, we're going to do 10 push-ups, toes, knees, whatever modification you need, down on that mat. Once you finish those 10 push-ups, we're going to do shoulder taps. So take whatever break you need after those push-ups, press it back, give yourself a moment, and then from there, we'll finish out the minute with shoulder taps, knees or feet nice and wide, nice and stable, opposite hand to opposite shoulder, alternating sides. Great opportunity to modify here from those knees. Same concept, but we've got a nice long body from the shoulder down to the knees. Third exercise brings us down onto the mat. We've got 10 Supermans. Superman is just that lift in opposite directions, little pause at the top, and then bring it back down. 10 of those. When you finish those, we're going to go into swimming. So neck nice and neutral. We lift up off the mat. Alternate side to side. Again, take breaks when you need it. This is a tough one to round out that minute with, but we're working the glutes, the shoulders, and the lower back in that one. Our fourth exercise, another upper body. We're going to do a row to tricep extension. Now, this is the one that you quote unquote need weights for. So let me give you this, and then I'll give you an option if you don't have them. Our row starts with a hinge at the hips, nice long spine. Arms come down towards our center, palms face each other. We're going to row, elbows stay nice and close. We're going to do a tricep extension. We're going to bring it back in and then back down. So row to tricep extension, back in and down. If you don't have weights and you'd like another option, a tricep dip is a great option. So finding your couch, your chair, your sturdy piece of furniture, your stairs, you're going to set those hands, heel of the hand facing back, fingertips facing the edge, and you're going to do your tricep dip, bending at the elbows, sending the elbows back and bringing it back out. Feet planted or legs out long, just depending on the difficulty that you want. Obviously, I don't have anything that I can demonstrate on that in here with, but if you have any questions with that, feel free to let me know. And then we will finish that out down in our plank. We're going to find our drift. So we're in our low plank, elbows are down, we're out in that plank, and we're just going to drift slightly forward and slightly backwards. So lots of shoulder work, lots of core work on this one, but that's going to round out that minute with those. And then our fifth and final is going to be a lateral lunge and a lateral shuffle. So again, with that big weight, we're going to do 5 each side. I'm going to start towards one side, step it out for that lateral lunge, and step back in. More challenge, steps us out for our lateral lunge, brings us to a balance. 5 each side, so when you finish those first side, bring it to that other side, or if you have enough space, you can alternate, stepping it out one direction, up through center, and out in that other direction. 10 of those, and then we'll finish off with a lateral shuffle, depending on your space again, 1, 2, 3 shuffles. We'll stay nice and low, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, just that side to side. The goal is to stay as low as possible. Now, I know I went through that super quickly. However, I will go back through them as we keep moving. Our first exercise is going to be that squat, that crossbody crunch. You're going to do 10 of those alternating sides, and you'll finish out your minute with that squat pulse. So go ahead and grab that weight, get ready to go. We're going to start our minute with our squat pulse in 4, 3, 2, squat, crossbody crunch, 1, here we go. So starting off 10 total, counting yourself, taking your own pace. We're going to squat, elbow to knee. There's 1, give me those 10. So opposite elbow to opposite knee, coming through center. If you don't have that weight, same concept, but just have those hands behind the head, add a little bit of extra range of motion. Taking it at your own pace if You finish those 10, we're moving right into that squat pulse. So halfway down, halfway back up to round out that minute. Take your time on those first 10. We're about halfway through. Very nice, very nice. When you finish your 10, 5 each side, take it into that squat pulse, hitting the rest of that lower body. You can do that squat pulse with or without the weight. Either option is fabulous, but we're really focusing in on those quads. We've got about another 10 seconds here. Finishing this one strong. My notebook keeps opening up. There we go. All right, here we go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Take a little break, shake it out. We're taking it to upper body, so move into that next exercise. 10 push-ups, toes, knees, wherever you need that modification, and then those shoulder taps, so opposite hand to opposite shoulder. Getting ready to go. Again, another minute, 10 push-ups. Finish out your minute with shoulder taps. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So go ahead and take those push-ups again, toes or knees. Find full range of motion. Counting for yourself to 10. Big exhale presses you up. When you finish those 10, we're taking it to that plank. We're hitting those shoulder taps. So feet or knees down, nice and wide for those feet. Opposite hand to opposite shoulder when you finish those 10 push-ups, and take your time, finishing out, take it at your own pace. Keeping that core nice and strong. If you need a break from the shoulder taps, you can just hold that plank if that works better. We've got about 15 seconds left here in this minute, keeping it moving, keeping that upper body working, keeping that core engaged. Another 10 seconds here. You got it, finishing strong. 3, 2, and 1. We're bringing it all the way down to the mat. So go ahead, bring it on down. We've got those Supermans and that swimming next. So our 10 Supermans, it's that lift, little hold, and lower. When you finish, we're in swimming, alternating opposite arm, opposite leg. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's take it up for those Supermans. Again, doing your 10. That nice round number, counting for yourself, little squeeze through the glutes. If this really bothers your lower back, take it to an opposite arm, opposite leg. Do 5 each side. When you finish those 10, and again, as always, take your time, finish it out at your own pace. When you finish those, we're bringing it right here to that swimming, that nice neutral neck, face towards the floor. As always, don't forget to breathe. We're more than halfway through this minute, keeping on working. Whether you're finishing out those Supermans or you're already a couple seconds into our swimming, keep grooving for 15 more seconds. You guys are doing great. Stay with it, stay with it. Less than 10 here, less than 10. Give me a couple more good ones. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you need a little stretch, you can press it on back. We're gonna bring it up to standing. So taking your time, bringing it up. We've got that row to tricep extension. If you don't have weights, you've got that option for doing those tricep dips. Again, our row to our tricep extension, back in and down. And this one rounds out with those plank drifts. So on those elbows, drifting the shoulders front to back. Here we go, starting that minute. 10 row to extension. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we've got that hinge at the hips. Palms face each other. We're rowing in, extending back, bringing it back in and down. 10 of those. Keep that spine nice and long. Keep that neck nice and long. Making sure you're breathing. Keep that core engaged here, so we don't want to round out through the spine. We want to keep it long. Very nice. Finishing out those 10. When you do, we're bringing it down to that low plank. We've got that little drift front to back. Maybe it's just a centimeter or 2. Maybe it's an inch or 2. But finish out your 10. And then when you're ready, find that nice drift front to back. Whew. Tough ones back to back here, but we got it. We got 10 more seconds. Make your way into that drift if you can to finish this out strong for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Go ahead and bring it back up, back up. Last exercise here is going to take us to that lateral lunge and our lateral shuffle. So again, step it out, bend that knee, sinking that hip backwards, and then back to center, 5 each side, and then our lateral shuffle, we're staying low, we're bringing it through center, side to side. Here we go, starting that minute. 3, 2, 1, here we go, here we go. So our lateral lunge steps us out. If you want that weight, you can have it. If you want that extra challenge, all one side, knee lift. If you've got the space, bring it side to side. 10 total, 5 each side. When you finish that, we're just finishing out our minute, the little lateral shuffle and tap. So finishing out your 10, keep on working, 30 seconds down, 30 to go. You guys are doing great. We get a nice little rest after this before we take it back to the top. Your goal when you hit those lateral shuffles after you finish your 10 lateral lunges is to stay low, keep those hips bent, those knees bent, keep that core engaged. We've just got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Go ahead and take that little break, take that little break. We've got about a minute off here. Take any stretch that you need, and we're taking it right back to the top. So grab a drink, grab a stretch, back to the top, same exercises in about 40 seconds. So we're gonna start with those 10 squat to cross body, or again, without that weight, fingertips behind the ears, squat to cross body. And then that second exercise is our squat pulse, working those quads. Got about 20 seconds here, nice and easy until we start that over. So finish off that sip, take a second, reset. Alrighty, so getting ready to go. We got about 15 seconds before we get started, a little under 15 seconds, holding the weight at the chest, or fingertips behind the ears. 10, 5 each side for that squat, crossbody crunch. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, let's take it into it. We've got 10 of them. Squat, elbow to knee. Getting super low through that range of motion, using your core to come up to center. Keeping on hitting that lower body here. Nice range of motion. When you finish your 10, we got that squat pulse. So finish out those 10, 5 on each side, and then hit that squat pulse. That squat pulse can be with or without the weight, whatever works for you. We got about 20 seconds here. Keep that chest nice and high, keep that core engaged. Less than 10, stay after it. I know those quads are working here. Stick with me for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good, shake it out. Bring it on up. Whew. We're bringing it down, upper body next. We're giving those legs a little break. We've got those 10 push-ups and then those shoulder taps to round out our minute. So getting yourself set for your push-ups. If push-ups don't work for you and you've got those 2 lighter weights, you can always find a chest press instead. All right, here we go. 10 push-ups and then those shoulder taps from that plank position. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it going here. 10 push-ups. Nice range of motion, toes or knees. Exhale, presses us up. Excellent job, excellent job. Keep working. Again, those shoulder taps to round out our minute. So when you finish it up, opposite hand to opposite shoulder, trying to keep those hips as still as they can be when you move those arms side to side. Keep it on breathing, keep it on working. We got about 15 more seconds here, finishing strong on this one. I know, big upper body. Doing great, doing great. Nice, looking good. Keep working for me for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're bringing it down to the mat, down to the mat. We've got those Supermans up next. Whew. So hitting that upper and lower back here. 10 Supermans with that lift and lower, and then our swimming opposite arm, opposite leg to round us out. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it going with those Supermans. That lift and that lower. 10 of those. When you finish those 10, we're going into that swimming. Try and keep your neck neutral. I always tend to look up a little bit more. Got to remind myself to look back down towards the mat, keep my neck neutral, not strain it. When you finish those 10, we're taking it to swimming. Opposite arm, opposite leg. We're about halfway through that minute. If at any point you need a little break, take that little break and bring it back to it when you can. We got about 15 seconds left. Keep breathing, keep going. Doing great, doing great. Here we go, finishing strong for 10. Give me another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Take a little break. If it feels good, you can press it back. We're standing it up. We've got that row to tricep extension. Or again, if you don't have those weights, you can find that tricep dip off of a sturdy chair or a couch. Second exercise is that plank drift. 10 row to tricep extension, getting ready to go in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So that hinge, we're rowing, extending back, pulling it back in, and straight down. Nice long spine. And those elbows go straight back as we row it in. Keeping that core engaged for this one. I know, especially after that lower back work, if the back starts to bother you, give yourself a second, bring it back into it when you can. As soon as you finish those 10, we're bringing it down, that low plank with the shoulders drifting front to back. I've got 2 more here, but finishing at your own pace. Taking your 10 as they come, and then we're down, low plank with that drift, hitting those shoulders here. Giving them that little bit of extra attention. This is a short one. We've got less than 10 seconds left here. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice, very nice. One more is that lateral lunge, and then those lateral steps, and then we've got another nice break. So one more lower body for me here. Again, this can be with or without the weight. You can alternate, you can do same side, whatever works for you. Lateral lunges, we're stepping out. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's take it for it. We've got that lateral lunge. 5 on each leg. When you finish those, we're staying low in that squat. We're moving it side to side. So again, we've got that maybe double step or single step. Either way, we're trying to stay low all the way through center. If you need that break, stand it up on either side. But if you can, trying to stay low. Very nice. We've got about 15 seconds left here. Keeping it moving, keeping it grooving. Keep that core engaged, less than 10. We get a nice break coming up next in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Stand it up, shake it out, give yourself a rest. Grab a sip if you need it. See what timing gives us. We've got about 1 more round in us, it looks like. And then I've got stretch and core right after this. So as soon as we finish out this 30 minutes, we'll come back to the same meeting info. We got to end it and restart it. And then we got that 15-minute stretch and core. We'll start off with a good little bit of core and then cool it down with a stretch. All right, taking about 20 more seconds here. We're going back to the top. We've got 1 more time through. We're starting off with those squats again, with or without that weight. Squat, cross body, 10 total. And then we've got that squat pulse to finish out that minute. So getting ready to go. Squat, cross body crunch. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take it into that squat. Elbow to knee. Nice and controlled here. Hitting that nice deep squat, full range of motion, wherever you can get to. 10 total, 5 each side. Very nice, looking good. Nice strong core here. This works that lower back as well, that core, keeping us braced, keeping us up tall. When you finish those 10s, give me that squat pulse, with or without the weight. Either way is fine. This is our last time with this exercise. Last time with this exercise, finishing those last 20 seconds strong. Keep on working no matter where you are. Give me 10 more good seconds, 10 more good seconds. I know those legs are ready to be done, but that's okay, we're almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice, shake it out, getting ready for our push-ups. Give yourself that second, bring it down to that mat. 10 push-ups, and then that shoulder tap to round out the minute. Getting ready to go for our 10 push-ups in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, give me those 10 push-ups. Down through your range of motion and back up, toes your knees. Exhale presses you up, off that mat, through that difficult part of that range of motion. Those shoulder taps can be from those knees as well. We're setting up the same way we would from that push-up position, that modified push-up position. When you finish those, opposite hand to opposite shoulder from that high or low plank. Doing great, doing great. Stay with me here, stay with me here. We're almost done with this strength portion. You guys are doing great. Very nice. When you finish, hit those shoulder taps, lots of upper body, lots of core. Stay with it for 15 more seconds. 15 more seconds on this one. We're almost through it, we're almost through it. We're bringing it down to the mat in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, drop those knees, bring it down, get ready. We've got our Supermans and that swimming next. Getting ready for those Supermans, 10 of them. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Let's hit it here. We're lifting, we're holding, and we're lowering. 10 of those Supermans. When you finish those, we're taking it to swimming. That opposite arm, opposite leg. Again, finishing out that minute strong with our swim. Keep that neck nice and neutral. Last time you'll see this exercise today. Stay after it, stay strong. We've got about 15 more seconds here, 15 more seconds to work those shoulders, that lower back, those glutes. Less than 10, less than 10. Stay after that swimming, opposite arm, opposite leg. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Here we go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. If you need that little stretch for the lower back, you can press those hips back. We're bringing it up. We've got that row to tricep extension, and then that plank drift to round that out. One more upper body exercise, one more lower body exercise, and then we are done for strength for today. So our upper body again, row, tricep extension. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We're pulling it in, extending out, and lowering back down. Hitting those 10, hitting that nice long spine. Wherever you can hinge those hips to, that lower back stays nice and strong. Those triceps feeling it. When you finish those 10, take your time finishing your 10. When you finish them, last round with that upper body, little shoulders out and back. We're almost there, we're almost there. This is our second to last exercise. We've only got one more after this. It's that last lower body. Finish out that row to extension, and then join me at that low plank drift. We got about 20 seconds left in this minute. We are so close, we are so close. Keep breathing, stay after it. Guys are doing great, you're doing great. Stick with me for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Whew. All right, final minute of work, you guys, final minute of work. We're taking it up. We're doing that side to side, that lateral lunge. I don't know what that message was, thanks. That lateral lunge, 10 total, and then our lateral shuffle. Last minute, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So that nice lateral lunge, stepping it out. You can find that knee lift, or you can just tap down, depending on what kind of challenge you want here. Again, with or without the weight. When you finish those first 5, switch sides if you're doing single-sided. Looking good, looking good. Very nice. Find that nice depth in that lateral lunge and then back up. When you finish those second 5, we're finishing strong with our last set of those side-to-side shuffles. This is it. We're staying low. You can take it a little faster for more cardio or a little slower for a little more strength. Either way is fabulous. Decide what works for you today. We've got 10 more seconds. Make it the best 10 seconds of this workout. Here we go. Stay low. Keep those legs working. Keep those quads working. You guys are doing great. Here we go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Excellent job. Shake it out a little bit. Whew. Alrighty.